All right, we are live. I am actually broadcasting right now to all of my social media accounts. And so I have some very exciting news that I can't wait to share with everyone. First off, what I want to share is my book, How to Experience More Peace and Positivity in Life. I want to thank you. I have so many people who are reviewing this book. I've sent out PDF copies to individuals to have them review this. If you are reviewing this book right now, I would love to have you share your testimonial and review with me so I can share it on my website. If you can go to Amazon.com, you can actually share your review on Amazon or go to Goodreads.com and you can actually share your review on Goodreads. I would love to have you do that. But thank you so much to everyone who is sharing their reviews. I've had so many people share their reviews with me, and it's wonderful. So, again, this is my book, How to Experience More Peace and Positivity in Life. And I'd love to have you read this book. If you would like to receive a free PDF review copy, I'm still looking for maybe another 50 or 100 individuals who would like to review this. Send me an email at Jerald Simon, Jerald Simon, and again, that's Jerald Simon, Jerald Simon at musicmotivation.com. I would love to send you a free PDF review copy of my latest book, How to Experience More Peace and Positivity in Life. Now, what I'd like to talk about today is actually tell you about a new book that I'm coming out with. And this book, it has looked like this for the longest time. I've been working on this for years. This is a new book that I'm coming out with. I'd like to share my screen right here. So I'm going to go to my website. This is musicmotivation.com. And let me show you this. So we'll kind of put this up. Actually, let's make this a little larger right there. Let me go to the website and I want to talk to you about this new book, The Musical Realm. We are going to officially release this book on November 24th. That Monday, it will be live on Amazon. Right now, if you'd like to buy a PDF copy, you can do so from my website, musicmotivation.com/musical realm. You can also pre-order this book as a paperback book from my website, musicmotivation.com. But let me go to the website and I want to talk about this new book. I'm so excited to announce this new book. This is my first full-length official fictional book that I have written. This is the first book in a series titled The Musical Realm. There are 5 books in the series, and so I just wanted to go to the website and explain a little bit about this book. So let me show you this right here. This is The Musical Realm. The subtitle is Look to the Light and Listen to the Music Within. Now, this is the front cover right here, and you can scroll through and you can look at samples from the book, various pages. You can download a free sample PDF copy. It has the first 2 chapters from the book, but this is The Musical Realm. Look to the light and listen to the music within. And so, what I'd like to do is talk a little bit about this new book. I can't wait to have you read this book. Right now, I'm asking for about 50 to 100 individuals who would like to review this book, that I can send them a free PDF review copy. Again, we're going to have everyone read through this, review it, and then on November 24th, that Monday morning, when the book goes live on Amazon, we're going to have everyone go to Amazon and leave their review or testimonial on that day. Now, right here, again, this is musicmotivation.com/musical realm. You can actually buy the PDF download right now for $6.95 from my website. And in addition, you can pre-order the paperback for an additional $14.95. That includes free shipping. We will ship the book to you as soon as we have the book printed and ready to ship out. Let me explain a little about this book. And I'm going to scroll down through this book. I actually have some different social media pages open right now. So let me look at some of these. If you are commenting on various pages. I would love to have you ask questions. You can let me know what your thoughts are, but I want to explain a little about the musical realm, just to let you know what this book is about and why I created this book. So right here, this is the musical realm, and this is what you find on the back cover. So this is what the back cover looks like right here. Well, front and back cover. So this is the front cover, this is the back. Now on the back cover, this is the excerpt about the book, and I'd like to read it to you. It says this: The Musical Realm by Jerald Simon. During his first piano lesson, Matthew, a 13-year-old boy, tells his new piano teacher, Mr. Darius, that he hates practicing the piano. The mysterious old piano teacher smiled slyly and proclaimed, as I said before, you will never truly enjoy practicing or playing the piano until you get inside the music. Puzzled, Matthew asked Mr. Darius what he meant. All of a sudden, the sheet music on the piano in front of him began to glow. The sound of thunder echoed from the music, and then a misty fog arose from the tattered and torn pages, and then mystically and magically filled the room. Without any warning, lightning burst from the music with a loud crack and immediately illuminated the room. All at once, multicolored beams of light instantly shot out from the old piano music in every direction. Various hues of color and dust that Matthew thought must be fairy dust or something similar to it floated around the room. What is happening, Mr. Darius? Matthew screamed in terror. This is the start of your first piano lesson, Matthew. You are finally going to get inside the music and discover what it is all about. Once and for all, my young friend, yelled Mr. Darius over the howling wind and the mysterious screams coming from within the music. It's time you learn the eternal importance of music, and you can only do so within the musical realm, explained Mr. Darius matter-of-factly. He smiled slyly, almost mischievously, and winked with his left eye. With that, Matthew was sucked into the musical score and instantly disappeared. Matthew enters a series of worlds unlike any he has ever seen before. His adventures take him on a search for the 7 sacred seraphs, the keepers of music. His only hope of getting home is to find the Council of Creativity and bring peace and order to the musical realm. Matthew learns how to look to the light and listen to the music within. He learns about the power of faith and overcoming the darkness of his fears. Now, that is the synopsis for the book that is found on the back cover of the book. Again, this book is not live yet. It will officially go live on Amazon on November 24th, 2025. So we're 3 weeks away from it going live. That is when we will have everyone who is currently reviewing the book go and share their testimonial so that they can share their review on Amazon and then email their review to us so we can include their testimonial on our website as well. Now, as we scroll down, if you click on this cover right here, and again, this is on my website, musicmotivation.com/musical realm. If you click on the cover, or if you click where it says free sample download chapters 1 and 2, you will be able to download two different individual chapters. So it's actually chapters 1 and chapters 2 from the book. You'll be able to download those chapters for free and read the first 2 chapters in the book. I'd love to have you read those chapters. Now, again, if I were to click on this, it will open up and I will share this tab instead so you can see what this looks like. When you click on the cover of that book, you will actually be able to download the first 2 chapters from the book. Now, as you scroll down, again, this is just the first 2 chapters. Let me enlarge this a little right here. The book is a 6 by 9-inch book, traditional standard size book, and the book actually has 330 pages in the book. So again, you can go through and you can read chapters 1 and 2. And so the sample book is about 50 pages where it has these chapters. Each chapter has very important detail, even insignificant or seemingly insignificant detail will show up in the later books, and I'll explain about that to you. But again, you can just download the free PDF sample book, and there are 2 chapters with this, chapters 1 and chapters 2. So the first chapter is where Matthew attends his lesson, and then his piano teacher, he has a new mysterious piano teacher, Mr. Darius. I'll stop sharing this and come back to the front. So Matthew is a 13-year-old boy, and his parents have signed him up for piano lessons with a new piano teacher. Now, Matthew is not excited about piano lessons. He's wanted to quit. He's not excited about playing the piano, and his new piano teacher is a mysterious older gentleman named Markham Darius, who lives in this castle-like manor. When Matthew goes to his first lesson, his piano teacher can tell that Matthew is not excited and is not really wanting to play or practice the piano. So then, as I read before on the back of the book, his piano teacher says, "You will never truly discover or enjoy playing the piano until you discover what the true meaning of music is. And you can only do so within the musical realm." Matthew is then sucked inside the musical score that's on the piano, and he enters the musical realm. And it's this interesting story. Let me go back. I'm going to share my screen again. I'll go back to this page right here where we have been talking about this. Let me explain a little more about this. And here, I'll kind of zoom in just a little so you can kind of see this. Maybe I'll enlarge that just a little. So the genre says teen and young adult Christian fantasy, teen and young adult Christian action and adventure, teen and young adult Arthurian myths and legends. The page count, we have 330 pages. It's motivational, inspirational, self-help, being and becoming who you were born to be, learn life lessons, and spiritual strength. So here's a little more information about the book, The Musical Realm, and I'd like to just read this. Again, you can go to my website, musicmotivation.com/musical realm to learn more about this. But this is what it says. Here's a little more information about the book, The Musical Realm, by Jerald Simon. This is book 1 in a 5-book series. The other books in the series will be forthcoming. The official release date on Amazon will be November 24th, 2025. The genre we talked about already, teen and young adult Christian fantasy, teen and young adult Christian action and adventure, teen and young adult Arthurian myths and legends. The dimensions for the book, it's a typical traditional standard size, 6 by 9 inches. There are 330 pages in the book. There are 20 chapters. The background of the book, let me read this to you. Several interviewers continually ask me about the inspiration for this book, The Musical Realm, or the various authors that inspired me in writing this book. I came up with the idea for this book back in 2016. For the next 2 years, I came up with the characters, outlined various plots, and thought about what I wanted this book to be. I wasn't intending on publishing it at the time, since I had so many other books and albums I was working on at the moment. The book was heavily inspired by scriptures, religion, philosophy, music, C.S. Lewis, and Og Mandino, among other inspirational and motivational authors. In this book, I have tried to incorporate inspirational, motivational, and spiritual topics that teach values, morals, courage, and faith-filled Christian themes throughout the book to help teens and young adults develop greater faith to overcome their fears. Now, again, this is just a background synopsis about this book that I'm releasing November 24th. And it says this. Let me reread this part right here. In this book, I've tried to incorporate inspirational, motivational, and spiritual topics that teach values, morals, courage, and faith-filled Christian themes throughout the book to help teens and young adults develop greater faith to overcome their fears. I began writing book 1 in 2018 through 2019. I have worked on and off with book 1. I need to correct that ever since. I started having the book reviewed and edited through 2024 through 2025. I personally printed out the book more than 30 times and had as many, if not more, drafts I marked up, edited, and changed before having a professional editor edit the book. I have already outlined each of the chapters for all 5 of the forthcoming books in the series. I know the characters and plots of each book. I just need to finish writing the remaining books. Since I mapped out the books before writing them, when you read book 1, characters and plots and even seemingly insignificant details will make more sense as they reappear in books 2, 3, 4, and 5. Even one sentence events that happen in book 1 will take on even more meaning in the subsequent books. Every detail from trees, fruits, musical instruments, necklaces, statues, artwork, and more are intentionally mentioned because they will play a pivotal role later on in future books. Every character, land, river, building, event, or experience in the book also relates somehow to music, musical terms, art, history, philosophy, religion, and so forth. Some of the main characters, Saint Summer, Preston, and Matthew, are my children's names, Summer, Preston, and Matthew. Don't take anything for granted in this series. Everything has a meaning and was thought out in advance before writing the book. This book can be read on multiple levels of interest and can be enjoyed by teens, young adults, and adults. I can't wait to have you read the series. This book is geared for teens and young adults, but many adults who have started reading it love it as well. I try to teach values, morals, and principles all throughout the book. There are Christian themes and parallels scattered throughout the book as well. Everything relates to music, looking to the light and listening to the music within. And then it says, I'd love to have you read the book. Thanks, Jerald. And then it says, if you know someone who has a podcast and they're looking for guests, I'd love to be interviewed on their podcast. I'm looking to be a guest on 1 to 2 podcasts per week. I'm also looking for vloggers, bloggers, and social media influencers who would like to receive a PDF review copy. So that's a brief synopsis of the book. Down here, people can actually purchase the PDF book right now from my website. They won't be able to purchase the paperback book until November 24th on Amazon when it goes live, but they can pre-order the paperback physical copy here on my website after they have purchased the PDF book, and then each of those books, we will ship them out for free the week of November 24th, and I will autograph each of those books that are purchased from my website. So again, this is from my website. This explains a little bit about my new book, The Musical Realm. Let me stop sharing that. I'll come back here to the front. I would love to have you check out this book. If you would like to be one of my 50 to 100 reviewers, please send me an email. You can leave a comment on this video. I would love to have you review the book. The book is something that I have worked on for years now, and I can't wait to share it with the world. This is book 1. Right now, I'm working on finishing book 2, and then we'll come out with book 3, 4, and 5. So far, there are 5 books completely outlined from beginning to end. I have all of the chapters written out. Well, I have the chapter titles. Some of the details I'm still kind of fleshing out with those books, but we're just going to come out periodically every 4 to 5, 6 months. We'll come out with a new book, but I can't wait to have you read this book. I'm so excited about book 1. This is The Musical Realm. And again, this is my first full-length fictional book, but I hope you enjoy this book. Let me know if you would like to review the book. The book is officially being released on November 24th. It's Monday, November 24th. We will go live with the book on Amazon that morning. Everyone who is reviewing the book, I would love to have you go on that day, share your review testimonial on Amazon, and then we will include your review and testimonial on my website, musicmotivation.com/musical realm. I'd love to have you read this book. Again, it's for teens and young adults. It's a Christian adventure and action fantasy book. But what I'd like to have you do, many adults who are reading this book are loving the book. And many are telling me that it's reminiscent of Narnia, and they love the principles and the values that are being taught in this book. So I would love to have you read this, whether you are an adult, whether you are 9 or 99. I'd love to have you read the book. Again, Matthew is a piano student. He gets sucked into the musical realm, and inside there are knights and kings and queens and castles and dragons, and there are pirate ships that fly in the sky and monsters that they need to subdue. The entire book is all about finding faith and overcoming the darkness of our fears. It's about learning how to look to the light and how to listen to the music within. I'd love to have you read this book. Let me know if you'd like to be one of the reviewers of this book. Again, the book will go live November 24th, 2025. I can't wait to share this book with you. Let me know if you have any questions about anything, but I would love to have you read The Musical Realm. It's book 1 in the Musical Realm series, and I'm so excited about this series. Thanks so much. Hope you have a great day. See you later. Bye.